Hey, happy Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? How y'all doing? Oh man, days just blur by this type of year, but a good question someone asked. If I knew or had any idea I was neurodivergent most of my life, and the answer to that is no. You know, when I was younger, there wasn't all this information that there is now. There wasn't all these people that share stuff now. I mean, right now, it's really a wonderful period if you're neurodivergent because there's so many sources. Most likely, you know someone that's neurodivergent, and most of us who are neurodivergent, you know what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about being neurodivergent because we know how it sucked not knowing we were neurodivergent. So we want other people to learn that they are so they don't have to go through the stuff that we go through. And that's really our motivation. Whenever you see a neurodivergent person talking and stuff, of course, some have made, monetize things and stuff like that, and they're free to do that. Everyone's free to do whatever they want. But majority of people you're going to see, they just share freely and stuff because, like I said, they don't want other people to go through the same thing. So no, I had no idea. Funniest thing in junior high, my nickname was Hyper, so that should have told you something or told me something. But, no, I had no idea. And then like I've said before, I was in constant overwhelm. I did all kinds of stuff that probably wasn't the best for me, when I was younger. I was out there doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I was involved in all kinds of crazy stuff and everything. I performed at one time, used to perform at clubs, DJ at clubs. I bartended a few nights, got into trouble, got into the mini truck scene and stuff. And then from there, we were doing stuff every weekend. We were doing club meetings during the week. We were doing car shows. All my time was being spent there. Full-time job, had kids, all that stuff. So I was doing all that. And then later on in life, it kind of started catching up to me and stuff. And there were times where I would come home from work, like on the weekends or something, and I'd just go to my room with some tequila. I'd order a pizza and stuff, and my friends and my wife and kids, they'd be downstairs playing Rock Band and stuff on the TV and stuff, having a blast, and I'd be in my room by myself and everything. I didn't understand it at the time. Now I do, But it was just a journey, and I think, I've been trying to do a timeline of the breakdowns and meltdowns, and I'm realizing more as more other neurodivergents are sharing that I've had breakdowns and meltdowns all my life. It's happened. But I think that after 2012, when my marriage broke down, I think that's when I started entering into self-discovery, and I think that's what put me on the pattern to get to where I'm at. So I think that's when I started unmasking, because I know there was times where I'd be like, man, why am I so uncomfortable in this situation that I used to do thousands of times, in the past and stuff? Why am I so uncomfortable now and stuff? And I think I was slowly unmasking. Then I got into a relationship with my best friend and stuff, and that's where I kind of completely took my mask off, and I just was expressing how I actually am. I'm a very loving person. I like to use the language of love. I don't care about gender, sexual orientation, any of that stuff. If I love someone, I love you. I've loved so many different people in my life, and they've been, like I said, all kinds of genders, non-genders. Trans people, everything. I've loved genuinely. Deep in my heart, I've loved so many different people and stuff, but I don't express it in that way because people give you crap for it and talk crap about you. And with my best friend, I started to express it just really openly and stuff. And at first they took it really well, but then after my meltdown that was really awful, just voices started getting into their head and they started seeing it in a different way. But there was no different way. It was the same way the entire time. And it's something I've expressed before. If they would have been an 80-year-old man from Singapore, I would love them just as, from the same depth, just as deeply, because it's about who they were, in our conversations, in our mind and stuff like that. So I got to go with part 2 because this is going to be too long. So I'm going to continue tomorrow. Have an awesome Wednesday. You're an awesome, amazing human being, and I love you so much. I truly do. Be awesome. Be amazing. Peace out.